皆さん、こんにちは。香川博です。本を書いたりするときは山口洋二という名前を使ってますので、よろしくお願いします。今日はね、ちょっと深刻なというかシリアスな話なんですけどね、イスラエルにデイビッド・ベデインさんという、結構ね、イスラエルの、ユダヤの人たちのこう声を代表しているようなジャーナリストの人なんですけどね、この方にインタビューをしてみました。特に今、アメリカの選挙が、ちょうどこれね、今撮ってる時って、大統領選挙の開票の真っ最中で、おそらく、新しい、バイデンさんの政権ができるだろうということで、そんな話も聞いてみたんですけれども、いかにね、ユダヤの社会が複雑かということ、いろんな国からユダヤ系の人って集まってきているのでね、何カ国も、いろんな国の言葉を持って、ユダヤ系の人が集まってイスラエルという国を作っているわけです。で、それだけに今度は逆にね、そこから追い出されたり締め出されたりしたアラブの人たちとの確執が非常に複雑で、その中で、例えば日本の援助の問題、それがどのようになんていうのかな、彼は非常にそれに対して批判的でしたよね。どういうふうに扱われているのかとか、っていうようなことについて彼がコメントしていました。世界の話題を知る上ではね、実はね、イスラエルの話題ってね、比較的こう大切なんですよね。なぜかと言ったら、中東の不安要因の大元、その中でね、アラブのパレスチナ問題とか、そういうものと関わっているわけです。ですから、ユダヤの人の、イスラエルの人の、意見としてね、ぜひね、聞いてみてください。お願いします。Hi, David.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. And this is a good evening here in Japan. And
Okay.
Jerusalem, what time over there?
It's 11 o'clock in the morning here.
You're a journalist. And
That's correct.
and, right? And you are talking about a lot of Palestinian issues and, Jewish people and, Palestinian relationship. And just, of course, I understand that Israel has a lot of, how can I say, process of how to integrate people or many issues over there. And just please let me know, because right now seems like America is having a new president.
That could possibly be.
Possibly, almost possible. So would you please tell me, are there any changes for the Israel or your
There's going to
personal
be
opinion?
if there's a change, there will be a monumental change because Kamala Harris has a great sympathy for the Palestine Liberation Organization and for the United Nations Relief and Work Agency. She gave a very important interview to an Arab network, which was published on the election day, in November 3rd, in which she said very clearly that she would resume all aid to the Palestinian Authority and all aid to the United Nations Relief and Works Agency. This will create a monumental change, because the reason the aid stopped was because both entities are involved in direct war-related and terror-related activities against Israel.
So, how about your personal opinion of current administration right now?
Well, I have a mixed feelings about it.
Okay.
I don't know. My feeling is that they were in the middle of a process right now, and we didn't know how it was going to work out, because their whole outreach most recently to the United Arab Emirates could be a disaster or it could be great, and we don't know yet. Because the United Arab Emirates is also involved in helping terror activities in the Middle East.
Exactly.
And the question is whether Trump would stop it or not. We don't. If he's out of power, we'll never know.
Well, I have been to Israel, once, and I personally visited Hebron. That's a town over there. Yes. And I met the people of the Palestinian over there. And of course, they are complaining from the Palestinian side. And also, again, that's, of course, from the Jewish people, they have their own belief. And how you feel you can integrate together to create a good synergy.
Well, there's two separate issues. One is how we can get along with one another, how we can speak with one another in a proper fashion.
Right.
The other is how to resolve the war. The Arab League launched the war in 1948. The Palestine Liberation Organization continued the war in 1964, and it hasn't been resolved. Until that war is resolved, it's going to be very difficult to deal with many aspects of human relations. You mentioned Hebron. The mayor of Hebron murdered a Jewish high school student in 1980 and has no regrets over that.
That's terrible, terrible things. Yes, I see. So it seems like a really big tangled web.
A big what? I'm sorry?
Sorry, tangled web, complex.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I've been here for 50 years. I've been in journalism for 33 years. And there's never a dull moment. Everything is very, very, how should I say, complex and very serious.
I see. As a journalist, what is the ideal things in an Israeli society, particularly in the future?
Well, basically, we're going to be, the most important thing that is about to happen. The Jews are about to. We've watched since I've come to Israel. Israel has tripled in population, and because of very, very serious things going on in the world, we're going to be receiving many more Jews here. Basically, this is the place for Jews to come. For positive reasons, because it's the place of Arab people, and place chosen by God, and second, for negative reasons, because Jews are being thrown out of their homes, their home countries. Totally. So we're going to see another 1 million or 2 million Jews come here, and how we receive them and how we absorb them, that's going to be the greatest challenge in the world.
Exactly. It's a big challenge, I believe so. And but on the other hand, there are a lot of diversity in Jerusalem. I really enjoy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The diversity is. That's the name of the game. We have Jews speaking 70 languages. 70 languages.
Really?
And I worked as a social worker before I worked as a journalist, and I worked with people from 10 different countries, and from Ethiopia, Argentina, Romania, the U.S., Morocco, Egypt, Libya. These are amongst the countries I worked with, and Ethiopia. And to believe that they're all part of one people is very difficult to understand. Well, but that's the challenge.
Well, of course it is a challenge, but also this is an opportunity too, because diversity is a source of the opportunity. That's my belief.
That is absolutely the case. Absolutely, we see it in our own family. My daughter is married to a boy from India, from the Jewish community in India, and to see the diversity. Where we have people where his family was rescued from India when there was a Muslim riots in 1962, and so we have cousins now and friends who are now our friends who are from India, and that's part of our family. We never expected that we would have people from India as part of our family, but that's part of what goes on.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I remember that when I visit southern part of India, there are kind of a lot of Jewish community over there.
Yes.
Well, just a key question is, of course, Jewish culture, they had a lot of struggle in Europe for a long time because of pogrom or discriminations. But the reconciliation between Jewish people and the Christianity is now much better than the reconciliation between Jewish people and the Arab people. Now, why?
Well, I don't know about that. You see, what goes on here below the radar is a new area of cooperation between Jews and Arabs on every possible level. The fact that there's a war going on does not interfere with human relations, with business relations, with religious relations, with all kinds of issues that we have to work with. I have my family. We have 8 doctors we see from different kinds of doctors. Of the 8 doctors we have, 6 of them are Arabs. 6 are Arabs out of the 8. We have eye doctors and dentists and all that. But just to think about that, to understand that a normal Israeli family who have 8 doctors for different reasons, and 6 of them are Arabs. Now that is not something that reaches into a headline, but the issue of, for example, the whole medical profession becoming integrated has been very, very important to see. It's the ultimate realization of the Hippocratic Oath. Okay, that no matter who you are, you get treated. It's very important.
I see. Well, my country, Japan, is really far away from, Israel. But of course, we are really interested in about your culture too. But if you have any messages, to Japanese, who is located in the Far East, you have some kind of idea?
Yes, well, I have a very important message for Japan.
Please.
Japan is giving money, is the number 8 contributor to UNRWA, United Nations Relief and Works Agency, which keeps Arabs in refugee camps in perpetuity, forever.
I see.
And have established a school system where children are taught the ideal and the value of killing Jews. Now, we've translated all their school books, all 364 school books. We have a team of Jews and Arabs translating them. Japan is one of the biggest donors, and they give the money without seeing what happens with it. Number one in the area of education. Number two in the area of welfare and welfare and social needs. So a lot of in terms of education, it's going for education for war. And in terms of the social needs and health needs, there's no supervision. So much of the aid is being stolen. We hope that Japan will take the lead, number one, in stopping this kind of education, looking at it. You can see it at our website. We've translated all the school books. And we, number two, in terms of supervising what happens with the money. We're very concerned that the money that Japan gives to the United Nations Relief and Works Agency, 5 million people kept in refugee camps under the premise and promise of the right of return, which is not a realistic issue. So they're not going back to where they came from in 1948, but that's what they're being taught by UNRWA. And the people responsible are the donor nations, and Japan is a very important donor nation.
Wow.
We've just established a new website, UNRWA-monitor.com.
Okay.
.com.
Well, this is a quite serious matter, which you mentioned.
Yes.
So I can understand that, you want to have an integration between Jewish culture and Arabic people. However, of course, you are against the terrorism, of course. That kills the people.
That's not only against the terrorism, that's only a symptom. We want to basically win the war. There's a war going on. And the terrorism is an outgrowth of the war.
I see.
And so long as the war continues, that is going to be a factor we have to deal with. But as I've explained to you, war is not the only issue here between Jews and Arabs. Fortunately for us, there's enough Arabs who see it in their self-interest to maintain a good working relationship and neighborly relationship with Jews, so that even though the concept of murdering Jews, killing Jews is stressed in their school system, we don't see as many killings as there could be. And that's part of the message that I have for you today. That they are being taught one thing. On the other hand, many Arabs are defying what they're being taught by the regime that's been imposed upon them by the PLO, by the Palestine Liberation Organization.
I see. Yeah, thank you very much for your opinion. I really appreciate it. And I hope that new American administration also, hopefully, helping you too. And let's work together to have a better society anyway.
Well, that would be wonderful. Over the years, we've seen a misunderstanding between America and Israel, only seeing things through military issues and business issues. Unfortunately, too often the U.S. has been understanding Israel through the Saudi Arabia and the PLO, and not understanding that they're at war with Israel, a full-scale war of extermination. They do it through very slow techniques and slow process, which is why it's not easy to discern it.
Yeah, because a lot of superpower are involved too, because of the politics. That makes quite a difficult things to solve anyway.
Well, it's difficult to solve, but somehow the Jews have managed to survive and to continue and to prosper.
I understand.
And to look, and we believe that God is over us and giving us a better future.
Yeah, thank you so much. And also, under the coronavirus, please stay healthy.
Thank you for your blessing. I appreciate that very much, and I'm happy to come back again and give you more data. We have a website, IsraelBehindTheNews.com, and a new website, UNRWA-monitor.com, to see what's happening with UNRWA. And I'm more than pleased to make our resources available. I have 9 people working here. It's not a one-man band, and we have Arabs, Jews working together on this agency.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
See you. Okay, bye-bye.
God bless you. God bless you. Bye-bye.